mess about! Turn your tech into cash at CeX!
Hello and welcome to all of you eSailing fans around the world. Welcome to the CeX eSailing Challenger. And this is going to be cool. 200 players, 200 top players from 6 nations are meeting up in this fantastic Challengers organized by CeX. And we have to say we have a really good team behind us. Best esports team is doing all the things, all the communications behind. And we're live on eSailing TV. My name is Thomas Luthi and I'm going to guide you through tonight's show. We are in phase 1 today, and in this phase we are going to have 200 players playing. They're going to play in 10 groups, and top 100 will go into phase 2 in the A final. The bottom 100 will go into phase 2 in the B final. So if you lose today, you're not out of the race, but you're not going to win the big prize. Furthermore, today we also have some cool prizes. Some of you are already asking in the chat, how can we win prizes? Today we can win an eSailing TV cap and an eSailing TV carrier bag. And Sunday to the final, you can win. I have to say that's amazing what CeX is doing. They are actually putting €500 to one lucky viewer, but you need to find the clues we are putting up in the Sunday's final. But today there will be clues how to win this cool gear from eSailing TV. And before going into some of the races, let's see more about some of the players we have with us today. We have some really cool top players. And when we're just sliding down here on page 1, we can start saying SNPJ Luka Koslovic. He is from Trieste, the home of Bacolana, and he was the 3rd place at the World Championship 2019 in Bermuda. Followed up by number 4, that's Peditro 22, the Italian champion. But see who is in number 7, the world champion himself, Willis the 7-1. And I can continue just watching this list here, top list. Duval Bosma, one of the biggest talents from the Netherlands. Cruiselator, part of the World Championship 2018. Alexandro Melino, 3rd place winner, World Championship 2018. Deja Vu, he's with Scottish flag today. Maybe the best British sailor we have in this event, but let's see how he will do. Maradoni is also there. He normally also top performs. A lot of Dutch, a lot of Italians, a lot of British, a lot of Irish, Scottish, Spanish, all of them are there. And when we are sliding down here, we are just watching, see the list. Oh, one Turk come into this list. I'm not sure he's in the race. But when we are coming down here, then we can see Jon Cardona from CeLTP is also there. Winner of CeLTP qualifier final, we have Hector Dominguez, we have C. Papario, the winner of the civilian championship, his home place, Raul Sanlarg. I can continue. I know all these top sailors we have in this event, and it's going to be very cool to see. And one thing we see here in 64, that's Antonio MDDR. He just won the Spanish championship, the first Spanish championship ever. He is the winner. So best of luck to all of you out there. And remember to follow us in the chat. And if you're very interested in what CeX is, it's webuy.com. And if you go down here, you can see the homepage just below me. CeX is a place where they buy your old equipment, but you can also buy some very cool stuff in there to some very cool prices. And let's just continue down there. Let's just watch here. We have some of the Scottish. Normally we don't see much to the Scottish or the Irish. Drymo, fantastic performance last week. We saw him. Barely legal. That's Fergus McGroom. He's from Scotland, and let's make just some accent when we are up there. And then we have the Portuguese. We have of course that's Blautes. He's here with his own team. Then Martin Fernandez, winner of a lot of these J-Boats leagues, we have editions, Nuvo Neves, we have Sid with us, but I also see one player in there. I saw him, he is here. It's Tortatete, that's one of my favorite names from Portugal. And to all of you, he's not famous enough worldwide. We call him Pi because it means pie. So he is named Pi. There he is, place 139. You can go into sell ranks, you can go in there, and you can also, in our chat, write commandos. Then you can actually get all these links we are putting in there. Who's organizing, where's the score, what can you win, and everything. But one thing you need to remember today, you're not winning 500 euros. That's in the final Sunday when you're watching it. Today you can win eSailing TV caps, eSailing TV carrier bag, but that's also some cool prizes. People love it. So when you write these commands, you will automatically get a lot of things coming back to you. Let's get ready to rumble. We know the first servers are set up, so let's go in and watch some races today. And there will be 10 groups, and we will not be able to see all 10 groups because they're racing at the same time. So we will try to hit some of the groups.
CeX. Trinity, help! Don't mess about! Turn your phones into cash at CeX!
And there we go. We are getting ready for the first group, and we are in the group called Spain. So are you one of the sailors in the group called Spain? Then it's here. And when we're seeing it here, one of the names we actually spoke about is PJ Luca, this bronze medal winner, young guy from Trieste, Italy, and the home of Bacolana. Then we can see Chair Mullen from Ireland is also there, Sur Manito, and I have to say, Sid is also there. This is not an easy group. None of the groups are easy because all these 200 players, I know there might be one or two that's new in this top level, but a lot of them are top level sailors. If you should have any questions, anything, write in the chat. Write who you're cheering on, and here is the first clue about how you can win this cool gear from eSailing TV today. You need to write an address of where the prize is from, and this address is an online address. And if you write that in the chat, then after the program we will draw the winner who has the right address. And it's an internet address, and you need to figure out what it is. Let's go in the game. Let's see the players come in. We are here to see some top racing. And here we go. This is race number 1 coming up in today's race here. And we can see when we're coming up here, players are still coming in. The race will start within the next 1.5 minutes. So the 20 players has not long time to join in. And hello to Cruiselator in the chat from YouTube. Cruiselator, yeah. I have to say, if he didn't get married last year, he was also part of the World Championship, qualifying 2 times in a row. But let's see how it goes. Let's see how he will perform in this top level, because this is not for fun what we are seeing today. This is going to be a bloody war. It is the J-boat we are racing, and see one cool thing, it's J17 in the top. This means that the J17 has made an official agreement with Virtua Regatta to name the boat the real name. So it's a J17 we are racing, and you can also see it's actually designed the same way as a J17, and it has the same abilities in the game as in real life. Upwind, it has what we call a best VMG of 6 knots. Downwind, we can actually, if it's a slow wind, hit 7.8 to, if there's a very strong wind, to 16.9 is the maximum speed we have seen there. This boat time type, you win or lose downwind, but upwind you can still win some momentum. You can win around 6 to 10 meters if you're doing it right. While we're speaking about some of these sailors in here, then we have this guy. He's with a Norwegian flag, but he's not from Norway. He's actually from Portugal. He is from that family. They're actually brought in the brand Volvo in Portugal, and he's from a very well-known sailing family there. Then we have Team Portugal. We have been seeing him in some J-Boats finals before. We have seen how he is top performing, and let's see if he can top perform today. Where we are still missing some players. I can see 6 players has not joined in, is the private server saying, so we are just giving them some time in there. Or else it's goodbye, auf Wiedersehen, then they will get a DNS. It's all about being ready from the start, and if they're not ready, then they will get a DNS, and that's a maximum point. And I know there's a discard, so getting maximum points in the first race will not be costly, but you cannot. You have to top perform in the last 4 races, or else you will actually lose a lot. Remember, the way this tournament is organized is that all 200 players after today's first phase is still in the competition, and in the first part of the competition there is. They could go into either the A final, that's where they're battling for all the top prizes, as you see here. In the A final, the winner gets 220 euros in a voucher for CeX. Second place 180, third place 110, fourth place 70 euros, and then we have in the B final, there's a cool prize for the winner also there, 120 euros, second place 17 euros, and third place 50 euros. All these vouchers can be used on webuy.com, so there we're coming in. Yeah, we know Alberto Carrero that the group island is starting now, and I also know you are in there and you really want to see yourself. I know all the servers will start at the same time. So I also know the race officer in this group, that is Sid. That's S19111191. He is the race officer, and he will be ordered to start the race now here in the Spanish group. And the start is going to go in 10 seconds. There we go. Some players didn't come to start in the first race. That's a shame for them. Then they're getting a DNS. Good luck to everybody from Stipe Coach Croatia. Unlucky for him, he couldn't be part of this because CeX is not in his country. Let's have a presentation. This is Sid. This is SNPJ Luca. Light Sailing. Then we have Jacopo from Italy, registered sailor. Then we have Gonzalo. I think that was my co-commentator actually last week. Sumanito, Manfe, Augusto, Chair Mullen. Then we have Villa Bias. We have Tony Mancina. Then we have Totti, Giavellino, and then my team Portugal. 14 skippers in this race, number 1 in Group Spain. And let's see how that will unfold. 15 seconds to start. And this is an awesome tournament. This is how it's going to grow. Everybody is in here. Everybody will still survive after phase 1, but they will be divided into an A and a B group. Race 1 coming up. There is the go signal. False start to SNPJ Luca. Pushing it out there. Villa Bihas and also Light Sails. And that's interesting. One of the top sailors. 3rd place at the World Championship 2019. Starting with a false start. Dropping down to last position. But don't write him out of this race. I know. The young Luca from Trieste, Italy, he will be back. But it is from Norway, or actually Portuguese sailor, Giavellino in the middle. He is in the lead in the black boat. Interesting what's happening when we're watching to all you new viewers out there. I know there's a lot of viewers out there. See there in in the top left corner, we have the radar. The dark area is where the wind are. The light area is where there's lighter wind. So it's all about sailing into a harder breeze. All the boats with best VMG will sail 6.0 knots upwind. Best VMG, that's velocity made good. Velocity made good is the best possible speed in the best possible angle towards a mark. And a boat can't sail straight out towards the mark because it can't sail straight into the wind. So that's why they are crossing to each side. And right now we're watching boats from starport. And here we are watching this boat, Luca, coming up, just handling out a penalty. He's coming from port side. And there are some sailing rules in there also, but all about sailing the shortest distance towards the top mark is all about capturing the wind and not using your best VMG, because you can still sail 6.0 or faster, but you can also sail a longer distance coming up. My team Portugal, he is coming into the lead, but see there, Jane Mullen from Ireland, great position coming from starport, and that makes Javelino Volvo, it makes him tack away because Jane Mullen, he's coming from starport. Two rules when you're coming up towards the top mark. There's the rule of the inside turn. That is, if both boats are entering the mark rounding zone from a port side, coming from downside here, then that rule stands that the boat on the inside have the right of way. But there's also another rule in this game. It is if the boat is coming from starport from this side into the mark before entering the mark and don't change direction, then it means that that boat have the right of way. So right now, John Mullen, he's under pressure by my team Portugal. See, he needs to go behind. My team Portugal first. Jay Mullen is in second. Javelino Volvo in third. Jacopo in fourth. Oh, going upwind, losing momentum, and see a chaos created there. All the boats needs to lease the sails a little bit, not getting a penalty. But this is pro players. See how they all prevented getting a penalty. And that's good news for S&P Gianluca, the young top sailor from Trieste. He's currently in 12th, but don't worry, when we're going downwind, you will see some action from him. Penalties here at the second top mark rounding. They're going downwind. What to do in this case? Always interesting. Let's see the speed here. 13.0 opposite side. See, 10.6, but he's caught in wind shadow. Let's see, S&P Gianluca 11.8. Interesting. It looks like he's sailing into lighter wind, but is he doing that? Because I know he knows so much about this game, but that doesn't look like S&P Gianluca what he's doing here. And hello to you, Miguel. Welcome in on our YouTube. There we go. My team Portugal coming first. Chai Mullen, Javelino coming in. Mamfe. Then we have Surmaninto, Augusto, Totti with a penalty. See S&P Gianluca coming in, but he's still way behind. Mark rounding here, the three leading boats rounding at the same time. And interesting to see Javelino going to the right-hand side now. He crosses in from starport. Did he do a great turn there? Let's see what happens. See Luca coming in 8, 11. Inside turn penalties to all the boats sailing in the way of Luca. 5 penalties handed out by one boat. That is impressive. 5 penalties coming in there. Impressive work by the young magician. We call him the eSailing's Harry Potter because when he has his glasses on and playing very focused, he actually looks like Harry Potter. So S&P Gianluca from Trieste coming in there. Opposite side, Sid is currently in 5th. He's going to the left-hand side. And that's an interesting call because watch the radar. Remember what we're told. It's all about being where the wind is and the wind pressure are in the right-hand side. That's where the dark area is. And the windsock is also coming from the right-hand side. So Sid, yeah, he gets the wind into the sail, but he's sailing into lighter wind. And when he tacks up towards the top mark, he's sailing against the wind. So the wind is not in his favor. That's giving some new speed and some sailing some shorter distance to Maffe, to Gonzalo, Tony Mancina, Surmanito, Jacopo, and then in the middle, Chai Mullen. And Chai Mullen is battling my team Portugal and Javelino. And right now it looks like he's losing momentum. But I'm not sure he's losing momentum, because when I'm seeing his positioning there, he's actually positioning himself quite well. Amazing job they have there. Great stuff what they're doing. And right now this is race number 1 in the Spanish group, and Maffe is going to take over the lead. See that? And that's what I told about in the upwind race. If you're sailing to a lighter breeze, then you're sailing a longer distance. And right now, see Maffe, he has been winning those 5-10 meters upwind. My Team Portugal, all of them winning it. And to those of you in the chat, we just switch off the commands, because there are so many commands that we programmed. It was just a test today, so we will move them out. Maffe in second, coming in Chimolin in third, going on the inside. Divino coming in, Jacopo on the inside, Tony Manche, and what's happening down here? See SMP Gianluca is on the inside, and here he can actually pressure this boat, sit with that penalty by Luca, but he drops to 9. But this is where all the fun begins in the J boat. We're getting ready for the downwind action. We're getting ready to see who's winning and losing this race, because now it's all about speed. It's all about being aggressive. Luca pushing himself on the inside on Villabias, and see Villabia is trying to pressure SMP Luca away, this Portuguese skipper, and he knows he's under pressure. This is a bronze medal win, and see how Luca just go around him, getting ready to throw some dirty air on Gonzalo up here. But in the lead, it's my Team Portugal. It's a Portuguese skipper winning this race. He cannot be caught, but there's a battle for second. Manfred from Italy and Jay Mullen from Ireland are getting ready to battle. And when they start their battle, then we have the Norwegian boat, Javino, and we have Jacopo coming in, and see there. Such a good battle. The Norwegian boat, or Javino, is pressuring actually Maffe, and Chimolin here. Oh, he might get a penalty here. Penalty to the Irish boat. I actually think that was a wrong decision by him to be that aggressive. Maffe second, Javino in third, Chimolin coming in fourth. It's a victory to my Team Portugal. Gonzalo, will he take fifth? He takes fifth, and see Luca sneaks in, takes 6 in that downwind action. Came from last position, ending up 6, and all points counts. And in this race type, it's all about consistency. Scoreboard coming up here in race number 1 in the Spanish fleet we are watching. This is the Spanish group. My Team Portugal in with a victory. Maffe in second. Yavinino in third, Jai Mullen in fourth. He lost the downwinner. Gonzalo in fifth, Luca in sixth, Augusto 7, Tony Mancina in 8, Villabias in 9, Sid in 10, Light Sailing in 11, Totti 12, Sur Manito in 13, and Jacopo lost connection. Watching the stat, then we can say best start to my Team Portugal, but still the shortest distance was Tony. Sid has the best speed, but he also got 5 penalties, and that's right here ended up 10. And unlucky, we can see the disconnection was in the downwind action, and he was incurrently 5th, so getting maximum speed points instead of 5 points. CeX.
Don't mess about! Turn your phones into cash at CeX!
And that was race number 1 today in the Spanish group we went into. And what an interesting start seeing a player like SMP Luca under pressure. But he just needs to be in top 100. But that doesn't mean if he's losing his group, he can't be in top 100. Because the way they're doing the score system in this race, in this tournament, is that it goes into a main score where everybody's points are going in, and then top 100, the top best 100 scores goes into the final. And when we are speaking about score, then Sail Ranks is the program they're using, and it's going to be upgraded in a few sec. While we are waiting for that, let's go in and see some of the other races coming up, and we can see some of them are racing at the moment. We still have CeX UK, the UK group racing. So let's I'll just see. It's going to start in a few sec. So let's go in and watch that now. And this time we go into the UK group, and this is race number 2 today. And in there we also have some really interesting names. We have Diego Costa. He's here as the race officer. Francisco Gonzalez. Then we have Espan 1794, power play from Australia, and Dol Bosma. Dol Bosma, top talent, 14 years old, the Netherlands. I have, we don't need to do the commentator's curse on it, but I have that I want him to qualify. Matty B from Great Britain, Rock on Fire. Tata, UCC, Hopkins BB, and Hopkins BB have been very active up to this tournament. Luis Espan, Capas D Lima, and Pokey coming in. We are ready for this J-boat. We are ready for this race in the UK group. And let's see how it goes in the UK group. Maybe we will see another surprising result. Can the youngsters go in and stand the pressure? There is a go, and it looks like a lot of penalties. A false start to Hopkins, false start to Francisco Gonzalez. Pokey is here, De Lima is in the lead, and I'm just asking, where is the youngster? Yeah, he is here in his orange boat in CeX, and this is what we call some of the top sailors. Diego Costa, he is actually a 420 world champion 2018, so that is a top sailor in this race. Let's see how it goes. We have some Italians in here, Rock on Fire. We have Caspers, we have UCC Valio 86. He's currently in CeX, but interesting to see. It's the first time for a long time on eSailing TV we see a boat from Great Britain in the lead. Matty B in the lead, and over here in the opposite side, let's just see here, we see an interesting battle. That's Dol Bosma from the Netherlands against Pokey, and Pokey is pressured out from Portugal. He cannot tag up towards the mark because Dol Bosma is controlling him. And interesting to see Dol Bosma pushing it so long, because that battle is losing the youngster big time. But remember, it's 5 races back to back. 1 discard. So it's all about being consistent. It's all about the final score in the end. And some of these top players are taking it more nice and slow, because it's just all about being in top 100 and then go further into the final. It's all about qualifying to the A final and B final, and today we are more here to see the players, see who's with us. And right now we see Tata. He's coming here from Portugal. He's coming from Starport, and you can see he's sailing faster than 6.0. This means he's not using his best VMG. He's actually changing the angle, and this way you can actually sail faster than best VMG, and coming in there. And MDTS hope he wins the 500 euros in CeX. And yes, you can win the 500 euros in CeX if you are here on the final stream this Sunday when we go into the final A. Then you can win it. And when you're going to win it, then you're going to press. Then you will win it by getting the clues we are putting in the show this Sunday. But today you can win eSailing TV merchandise, an eSailing TV cap, and an eSailing TV carrier bag. Capes coming first from Italy. UCC Valio. Oh, losing momentum. That is going upwind, and that's killing all the other boats, but it's also killing him. See, he can't move his boat. He's no wind in the sail. The Bulldog is under pressure, and there he got penalized also. Really pushing all the boats. That's Matty B, the leader. He missed that mark. No. Matty B, he missed it again. Got a penalty. Game over, Great Britain. And the other leader, Tatar, in 11. So a lot of things just happened at that top mark rounding. What's going on? And to MDTS, we just killed the Nightbot because it was throwing out too much info to you. We really want to see what you guys are writing. Pokey, he's in 10th. Then we have Luis Ispan in 2nd, Carpas in 3rd. Ispan 1794 in 3rd now. Power play, one of the few Australians in here. Great job by him being in 4th, but he's under pressure by Dolf Bosma from the Netherlands. And see, Dolf, he had a very bad start, pressuring it too much out to the side, but he's back in the 5th. And this is the difference from some of the top sailors, and for rest of us is they know the game so much that they can come back in it. Rounding the mark, Carpes coming first, Luis Ispan 2nd. They are almost untouchable. Ispan 1794 coming in. D Lima also. Porky badly, a power play will get a penalty by Dol Bosma, and that was the rule of the inside turn. And power play, he got pressured outside, and then he hit Dol Bosma, and Dol Bosma making a small gap down there. But huge battles coming up here when we are watching it. We can see Rock on Fire in 14. Something happened to Rock on Fire, missed a gate or something, so he needs to race back in it. But cool that he's still racing and not just disconnecting. That will give him 14 points instead of 20 points. So great job by him. Porky in 6th, Dol Bosma in the middle, D Lima. Then we have Ispan 1794, Capers. We have Luis Ispan in 2nd. See, that's a mano-mano battle for the victory. And if they're battling too much, then Ispan will get contact and Dol Bosma will get contact. And then we have a very open battle downwind. But they have a gap. They have a gap of 30 meters. And they need a gap of 22 meters when they're rounding the top mark. The reason why we know that is because when they're rounding that top mark up there in the lead, then they will will get a speed up when they're going downwind, because this J boat has this agility. It's a light boat, it's a small boat, but when it hits the wind, it speed up to maximum speed within 4 seconds. And that's giving a small boost when you're rounding the 2nd top mark going downwind. UCC Valio from Italy currently in position 11, going to the right hand side, and when he tacks in from starport here, he will actually get the wind a little bit against him, but he is in a harder breeze, so interesting what's going to happen. Rounding the top mark for the 2nd time here in the UK group is Carpas in the lead. It's Luis Ispan in 2nd. And they're coming in. Then we have Ispan 1794 coming in 3rd. Dol Bosma, he's currently in 4th, and he's in a good position. See, closing that gap to Francisco Gonzalez. Then we have D Lima in 6th. Dol Bosma, he will defend that 4th position, but he's very much under pressure because D Lima, he's also one of the top Portuguese sailor. Hopkins, BB from Spain, Porky, Diego Costa. Yeah, he's a world champ in 420, but in eSailing, he's under pressure. These guys, they are in this competition, are doing a great job. Let's just see this mark rounding while we are seeing 3 boats in the lead. Ispan 1794, Luis Ispan, and Carpes. And Carpes, he is set to win this race, but there is going to be a battle for that 2nd position. Ispan 1794, see, that's a mano-mano battle. Let's just see here. No, nice defense by Luis, keeping him in a position where he's away from the wind shadow of the attacking boat. So let's see if he keeps that. But when we're jumping a little bit down here to Porky, then we can see the battle. Dol Bosma defending himself against Francisco, penalizing Francisco there. Dol, he knows so much about the game, but losing 1 position in the downwind action. De Lima takes over. Battling in this boat can also be costly, but now Dol Bosma gets ready for his 2nd attack, but he's under attack by himself. Hopkins joining in. It's all about that 4th place up there. It's the 2nd place to Lees, 3rd place to Ispan. 1794, but who will take fourth? Will it be Dolbosma or will it be DeLima? It looks like DeLima wins it because he's getting help from Hopkins. DeLima takes that fourth position. Dolbosma fifth. Hopkins coming in. Will he take six? It's a small battle. We have a lot of battles over here. Francesco coming in sixth. Oh, couldn't call who got eight. Power play 11. YCC and Matty B, the leader boat from the start in 13. Rock on Fire coming in 14 in the last position. So let's see how this works. Carpers with a victory in the UK group. Luis Ispan second, Ispan 1794 third, DeLima fourth, Dolbosma fifth, Hopkins BB 6, Francesco Gonzalez 7, Diego Costa 8, Porky 9, Tata 10, Power Play 11, YCC Valio 12, Matty 13, Rock on Fire in position 14. CeX.
Where could they be? Bleep bleep bloop bloop.
We're gonna be a hell of a lot thinner.
3PO! Shut down all the garbage mashers on detention level!
Shut them all down.
Yeah!
Don't mess about! Turn your games and consoles into cash at CeX!
And to all of you new viewers out there, welcome to eSailing TV. Welcome to the CeX eSailing challenges. And right now we are watching the sail ranks for the overall view, and we can see who was the winner of each race in the first round. Right now we can see 7 groups out of 10 has been upgraded. We can see a victory to some names we haven't seen much in previous races. Vichy Hernandez, DeLima, we just saw had a really hard time in this second race. Crucilator in second, Dejavu in second, and coming in. And today you cannot win an iPhone today. You can win some other cool prizes today. You can win eSailing TV merchandise. And these merchandise you win, you will get in. You will get sent when I'm putting in a small clue what you can do. It's Sunday. You can win the voucher for 500 euros to one lucky spectator. And we're getting ready for race number 3 today. And let's go to let's try to jump to Portugal just for fun. Let's go to the Portuguese group just to see how it is. And then people are asking, how can I win these cool prizes? Yeah, it's all about watching the show Sunday. We will give some clues during the show, like I'm giving you a clue now how to win the prizes today. The clue of today, you need to write in the chat. You need to write where you can find more info about this company. There is giving you the prizes away. This is the eSailing TV cap. It's the eSailing TV carrier bag, and that's the prizes today. And it will be sent to the winner, and the winner will be found after this this show. And it's the winner writing the right address in the chat that will win it. And it's both on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter and Twitch. You can participate in this competition. We'll get ready for race number 3. We will go into the Portuguese group. So let's see who we have in the race there. There we go. Race number 2 coming up here. This is the group where we have boats like White Shark. I know it's saying he's from Belgium, but he's actually a Portuguese. Then we have Banano Nico, we have Maradoni. Long time no seen Maradoni, Great Britain. He's actually the British champion of eSailing 2019. He won it on points. They didn't have a championship with it, so they put the champion to that player who had most points on the world ranking list from Great Britain. Then we have Rawson Lark from Sevilla. Rawson Lark is he's actually one of the most active from Sevilla. But and when we had the local championship here on the channel, then he won all the first 3 races. But when we came to the medal race where the winner took it all, he came in last. He was so unlucky that the other players attacked him. Then we have Finn Lynch from Ireland. He's coming in here. And Manon, also from the island. Super Nitro. And then we have Sailing Coach from Spain. Interesting group. And while we are in this group, let's just try to go in and see how it went in the Portuguese group. And this program is Sail Ranks, and it is the Portuguese group we're in. And now let's see here. And that's one of the groups actually where we don't have any updates of the score. So interesting if they've been having some issues where there haven't been races. So this might be race number 1 for them. But that's cool enough. That's great news, because that's how we want to see it. The race will start within the next 30 seconds. The race officer is Carlo Diaz Pinheiro, and that is the white boat up here. Let's see here. Race coming up. It's still the J boat. It's all about being in top 100, qualifying to the A final. If you are in the top from position 101 to 200, you will go into the B final, but there will still be a cool prize for the winner of the B final. And when we're seeing all these cool prizes, then let's just post it here. The win is first place CeX voucher is 220 euros in the A final. It is second place 180 euros, third place 110 euros, fourth place 17 euros. But in the B final, the winner gets 110 euros, second place 17 euros, and third place 50 euros. So there's something to fight for also there. Let's get ready to rumble. 15 seconds to the start, and it looks like a lot of the players having some issues with their internet here. So maybe this is good news for Maradoni and Banano Nico, White Shark, Rals and Lark, because not many players are ready to battling them out. Let's get ready to rumble. Let's see how this race unfolds. It is in the group of Portugal. So, and one player we are missing in this race is actually Chico Pimello. Chico Pimello is having some, looks like he has some issues with his internet connection. 5 seconds. It looks like a clean start. Some of the boats in the pinhead, some of them at the committee boat, and false start to Rouse and Lark. So he really needs to speed up and come back in the race. And that's very costly in a J boat, but luckily it's the upwind race. There's the costly part here, and he will lose around 10 to 15 meters. It's not hard to win those back, because you can win it back. Here we have White Shark battling Coach, and they're side by side, and this means that Coach is actually closing the gap to White Shark. White Shark is not able to tag up towards that top mark you see up there. Then we have Luraco Mateus, we have Samu, we have Marta Ruki here, opposite side, Esmanon, Gonzalo Pinheiro, and then we have Rouse and Lark back in the race. And some of you ask about all our chat bots and everything, and of course we have put it back into you guys. Let's get ready to this race. Let's see how it's unfolding here. Really, really great job these guys are doing in this race. Right now we see one boat, Esmanon from Ireland, and we don't see many Irish players in the game. Going to the right hand side. As I remember, he's from the university, and he's part of the group with Barely Legal, part of their races. Arcunian 12 Super Nitro in a good position. When he crosses into the opposite side, he will actually go in front of the others, but is he too far away? We can't see it. See, the ley line is moving, the wind shift is coming in. So let's see how that will go. We are ready to win this. We are ready to see how this will unfold. And when they're coming up with we can see right now it's Maradoni from Great Britain, the British champion in the lead. But that's, in my world, not a surprise. If he's not in the lead of this here, then he will be under pressure. The prizes are some very cool prizes here. That is, a final will get 220 euros, and second place 180 euros in the A final. B final 110 euros, and second place 17 euros. All of them for webuy.com. Maradoni rounding this mark first. Oh, Gonzalo caught on the inside. Luckily for him, Thomas is not closing that gap. So there we have Banana Nico, Samu, White Shark penalty to Liracco Mateos, Super Nitro, then sailing coach, Mata and Rausanlag. Curling left, taking a chance, going on the outside, getting the spinnaker up, trying to get some wind into that sail, see if he can come with speed, but that's also quite risky because he's on the outside, and there's the rule of the inside turn. Interesting what's happening here. The fleet is splitting up. We see a sail coach going to the left-hand side, and see the speed difference, 4 knots. So all the boats going to the middle and the right-hand side, like Esmanon, Luracco Mateos, Super Nitro, and sailing coach, they are losing momentum. They are losing much of their speed because all the wind are here in the right-hand side at the moment. Gonzalo in second, battling with Banana Nico. They know each other quite well from the Portuguese J-Boat League. Thomas coming with speed, Samu trying to come in, White Shark. But in the lead is Maradoni, and he's killing this race. He is killing it. He is rounding that mark in the lead, and he's almost untouchable. The British champion, he means business, and this is not practice for him. If he wins, he can take another gap, another trophy into his closet. Let's see how it goes. They're going upwind. Gonzalo in second, great job by him, 30 meters in front of the others. And then interesting to see Bananico first did attack in towards the middle, then did attack to the left-hand side. And right now it's because all of the wind are in the left-hand side, and we can see the windsocks up there. The wind is also coming from the left-hand side. Here we have a very good picture. You can see all the way back in the right up there. We can see how dark it is. And this dark area you see there is actually where the wind is. Maradoni in the lead, 72 meters. Great job by him. Great job by him. And I have to say, he's really doing it. And he's winning this. He cannot be caught, but Gonzalo, Bananonico, they will have a small battle. And Samu from Spain might join there. But don't get tricked about the distance of view, because Samu, he's on the inside going up towards the top mark. Gonzalo and Banananico. See Banananico, he goes out to Samu now. Maybe he's listening to what I'm saying. See, he wants to go side by side, trying to penalize him. No penalty. Samu is just in front of the Banananico. Winning positions here. Great job by him. Then we have Goncalo. He's coming up there. He might come in second. He is in from a starport coming in, so the other boats needs to bear away or tack behind him. So that's how it's going to be. Let's see what will unfold right now. We can say congratulations to Maradoni winning his race number 3 here, but we didn't know because we haven't seen the scoreboard in there how it's going. Then we have Goncalo in second. Samu coming in third. Banananico, yeah, he will drop to fourth. So great race, upwind race by the Spanish sailor. But see Banananico close by. Thomas in a bad angle needs to do a double tack to round this mark. And every time you taxi, then you lose momentum and you need to come back. That's why some of the players bears away and then tack, because then they will keep their speed in the boat. White Shark in 6, Rausanlag back in 7 after that false start. And the battle we're going to watch here, it's a secured win, it's a secured second, but third and fourth will battling it out, and then we will see a battle here for 5th, 6th and 7th. So let's see who will get that 5th place, who will get that position. And Katarina Jesus is asking, where's Jarbas? Jarbas, if you go into the sale ranks, we have, then we can see where Jarbas is. He is not here in this Portuguese group where we are part of here. Maradoni taking a victory, Gonzalo taking 2nd, but see Samu and Banana Nico. Spain versus Portugal. This is almost like the Iberian battles I'm hearing so much about. In between these two neighbor countries, can Samu win this battle against Banana Nico? There is so much room to the others that this battle will not inflict anything. They will not lose momentum. They will not lose their positions. So this is battle for 3rd and 4th. And that 1 point is so damn important in the overall score, because when we're doing top 100 going into it, then it's top 100 of all the points in all the groups together, and 1 point can be costly there. Samu looks like he's winning it, pressuring Banana Nico all the way to the ley line, and Samu goes on the inside, takes this victory. Great tactical job by him. Banana Nico coming in. Thomas in 5th. Rausenlock coming with speed, almost getting a penalty. Will he take 5th? He has the speed to do it. No, he might drop to 7 because he passed away. Drops to 7 there. Great job by the others. And then we see a battle for that 8 and 9. Mateus coming in 10. S-Mannen getting McNanan getting that penalty, dropping to 12th. Super Nitro getting 11. So Maradoni with a victory in this group. Gonzalo 2nd, Samu 3rd, Banana Nico 4th, Thomas 5th, White Shark 6th, Rouse and Luck 7, Sailing Coach 8, Marta 9, Mateus 10, Super Nitro 11, C Manon coming in 12th. And see the speed, actually the best start from Mateus, but why didn't he win? So he had the best start and then he got a penalty, and we can see he got a 2nd penalty, dropped to 10th, and then it was game over. Battles won and lost. It looks like Rausenlag lost it downwind. He was so close to actually winning that position, but we saw how Thomas and White Shark defended their spot.
CeX. Don't mess about! Turn your tech into cash at CeX!
Welcome back here to eSailing TV. You're watching the CeX eSailing Challenger, and right now we're getting ready for race number 4. I can see some of the groups are a little bit delayed, so that's just more show for us. But let's see how it's standing overall at the moment. And overall at the moment, we can see Antonio Batones, he's in the lead with 2 points, 2 victory. Seb Burrow, he's in 2nd with 2 victories. Maradoni, a win and a 2nd. And then we just saw this race number 3 where he got a win. Then we have C. Montalbora in 4th. Augustine with 4 points also. Samu, we just saw in this race, with 4 points. Cruisulator. So right now it looks quite great. But let's jump down to position 100. Position 100 have 23 points at the moment. Remember, there will be 1 discard after race number 4. So it's more interesting to see who is in and out. Right now it's 23 points saying who's in and who's out. So let's see how this will go. Let's see how this will unfold. And while we're waiting for the next race, to all of you viewers out there, here's the next clue to win these cool prizes. A carrier back from eSailing TV and a cap from eSailing TV. Very cool cap. Very people actually love it. The community really wants that cap. You need to write in the chat. You need to write the address of eSailing TV. So the clue is you need to write www.esailing.tv. After this event, it's competition both on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and also Twitch. And those writing it right will win this, or get into the competition, and we'll draw a winner. So let's get ready to race to the next race. We are ready here. We want to see some action, and let's see who's online with us at the moment. This time we will jump into Italy. We haven't been in the Italian group, and I have to say, in that Italian group, a lot of top sailors is also in there, and a lot of upcoming talents we are going to see. So let's see how that is. Here we have it, and remember, what is webuy.com? If you visit their web page, it's down below me here. Then you can actually go in and sell your old electronics to them, and they really want to buy it. But you can also buy some cool electronics in there, used electronics and also new electronics for some very cool prices. Visit the page, visit webuy.com, and maybe you can have some very cool stuff in there. And when we are speaking about cool stuff, then we can see that some of the prices this weekend is very cool. 220 euros to webuy.com to the winner of the A final, 110 euros to the winner of the B final. So you can win it. How can I win the prizes? Katarina, you can win 2 prizes. You, as a spectator, if you're not in the race, then you can write www.eSailing.tv right now in the chat. Then you will be in a drawing after this show, and we will contact the winner directly. You'll win a cap and a carrier bag. And this Sunday, there's a very cool prize only for spectators. 500 euro to one lucky winner. And that's the one who can write the right clue we will put into the show. And there we will put in also a clue you need to write in the chat. So if you want to win, you need to write the right clue in the chat today. And the clue is, let me help you a little bit, guys out there. Today, it's eSailing.tv. I just wrote it to you, just to help you. And let's go in game. Let's watch some action. This is one of the organizers. This is Best Esport Team. This is the main organizer, and those who are in charge of this event. He's from Portugal. Then we have Deja Vu. I have to say Deja Vu. Yeah, as I remember, he's sitting in London, as I remember, playing this game. Been playing for a long time in the international group. Then we have Tatitio. Then we have Gin Tonic. David Diamato from the region of Bari. In the southern part of Italy. His big brother Pepe D'Amato won the game Athletes versus Gamers in CLTP, but Gin Tonic, David D'Amato, he's not for fun. JP Elysius, and then we have Skarmelowski, then we have Takomako, Nauset, Paco, and Cipaparo. That was the winner of, as I remember, the Sicilian Club Championship. He's not to write out. And as I remember, the story is he's one of 7 brothers. And he's one of the coaches. He's one of those in the middle. Urihiro, then we have VTK from Italy. Manuel Lopez, then we have Kambata, we have Masa, and we have Matsuka. 1 minute, 2 seconds to the start. This is the CeX eSailing Challenger. It's all about being in top 100 in the final score in between all groups. So you can actually be 10 in your group and still not be in top 100. So you need to perform. So they are putting all the results together, collecting the results, and make top 100 go into the final. And Becky, you got it. You wrote eSailing.tv as the first one. Yeah, if you write eSailing.tv, www.eSailing.tv, then you are in the competition to win this cool prize, the cap and the carrier bag. And I have to say, guys, you need to wake up because this Sunday there's 500 euros on stake. You can just see it here to webuy.com, and that could actually be a new iPhone you could win there. So that's how you're winning it. LPTKCK is all LPKC is also with it into. So let's have it. Good start here. Oh, it's a false start to VTK, but see Manuel Lopez all by himself in the left-hand side at the pin end. Not CeX going to the right-hand side in second, C Paparo in fifth. JP Elisier here. Interesting Déjà Vu going to the right-hand side. And I have to say that's a very routine racer going to the right-hand side, and he's going into darker wind. And I know somebody in the chat say, hey, Déjà Vu will take this one. He will win it, but he's under pressure. Almost getting a penalty by Nalset. And that's giving Gin Tonic the advantage when they're going upwind. Still crossing in. Let's try to follow Déjà Vu. He's here in the pink boat. Crossing in from a starport, controlling the other boats. And let's see how that will go. Gin Tonic in second. Paco in sixth, but he's under pressure by Gin Tonic. See Gin Tonic in a very good position. Opposite side, Manuel Lopez. He's going to the left-hand side. He's sailing into lighter wind, and he will get the wind from the right-hand side. Actually, will get there with the wind against him. C Paparo in the lead, and it was not for fun. I said, watch out, guys. This guy won the Sicilian Club Championship. We streamed it here on eSailing TV, so we know what he's capable of. One of 7 brothers coming in there. Skaramilowski is up here, not set. Déjà Vu, according to surveys, in second, but see, he's caught behind by not set. He needs to tack in, and that might be costly, this battle. They are not at the ley line. See, the ley line is moving. There's a wind shift coming in. That's actually in favor of these two skippers. But one thing we know about wind shift, it will shift back maybe just before they're coming to the mark. But right now, it looks like they're in a very good position. Taco Mango, Déjà Vu, now set, and then we see Skaramilitsky. He's coming up on the outside here, and he's sailing faster than 6.0, so he's not using his best VMG. Massa in 12, Manuel Lopez, C Paparo, the winner of the Sicilian Championship, Club Championship, huge sailing club there in Spain. Let's see here, they're coming in here. Now set, going in here, might get a penalty here. Penalty, sailed down by Skaramilitsky. He sailed in front of him. Good, coming from starport. And he will also penalize Manuel Lopez, who tries to sneak on the inside. There are 2 rules in the mark rounding zone. Either the rule of the inside turn, but if a boat comes from starport, then it's the starport rule standing in there. So, that's good news for the blue boat. See how fast he sneaks away. Here comes the agility of the boat. When he rounds the mark, spinning her up, it hits maximum speed within 3 seconds, and that makes a gap for him. And right now, Déjà Vu are in third, battling with Manuel Lopez. North set in fourth, C Paparo, Ohiro, Uhula is there from Spain. And penalty to Manuel Lopez. Déjà Vu just killed him, but still caught in wind shadow. And see, that penalty downwind is so costly. Dropping 4, dropping 5, dropping 6 positions. It's almost counting to 10 like you got a knockout in boxing. But Skaramilitsky, he is taking that lead 140 meters because all the other skippers are battling for that second. Interesting what we're seeing. We're seeing a split left-hand side. Nah, they have 12.2, right-hand side 14.2. So the boats in the right-hand side has more wind into the sail, coming with more speed. But are they too far away? Let's see when they're coming there. See, Déjà Vu with a penalty drop to 12. I know in the chat they say, hey, Déjà Vu takes this one. Yeah, he's a routine player. He's a top player. But this is 200 top skippers from around the world. Massa from Great Britain coming in. I know he's been very active in the chat. He's battling for that position. They're clustering up 5 penalties in the rounding. Gin Tonic is getting one. Sama is getting one. And that's David D'Amato. He was crying at home. This time he cannot hit his big brother, Pepe D'Amato. They're normally sitting side by side and playing. And normally it's David making fun with Pepe. Uyula, he's in 4th. It's still a lead to Skaramalutski. Then we have C. Paparo in 3rd. Manuel Lopez in 2nd. These two boats are going to have a mano-mano battle downwind. And that is going to be one of the most interesting mano-mano battles downwind we're going to see for a long time, because they are quite routine both in sailing and eSailing. Paco BN, he's here from Spain. He's currently in 9th. He's placing himself at the left-hand side. He only have one disadvantage here is when the boats, like the green boat up here, that's Massa, when he crosses in to the left-hand side. If he chooses to do that, we can just see JP Elisier did it. Then he needs to tack away for not getting a penalty. We're coming up towards the Merc here. Let's see here. Manuel Lopez, he's in 7. Skaramalutski, he's in the lead, and he will win this. If he's not hitting the mark and doing an unforced penalty, and if he doesn't choose to sail into lighter wind, remember, as we are saying on eSailing TV, the J boat is lost and won downwind. You can win meters upwind. Sometimes we see a small battle upwind winning at this race when they're close to each other. But it's downwind where all the action is. That's where you capture each other in the wind shadow. That's where you're getting the speed. And that's where we saw Tishivu drop from 2nd to 12th. And he's currently in 8th. And he's here in the pink boat. And he was one of the fan favorites in the chat. Skaramalutski in the lead. C. Paparo inside, pressing out Manuel Lopez. He's in a good position because now when they're coming to the next mark rounding zone, it's the rule of the inside turn coming in. And that actually means if C. Paparo, he sneaks in, breaks up his speed of the boat, then he can actually make the other boat sail into him, but he's not doing that. He's not an e-sporter. Ohiro coming in here, penalty here below to a pirate flag. Paco BN, JP coming in. It's close battles. Tito from Italy getting a penalty, dropping to last position. Slow rounding by Paco. An interesting split. Natus we saw in the lead in the first downwind race in 9th, going towards the middle. The other boats going to the middle. There's a battle here for that 2nd position. C. Paparo can still be caught. He's battling against Uihula. But we also have Manuel Lopez. We have Tanko Mango coming in. Dejavu now in 6th, but he's caught in wind shadow. It's all about getting the best possible position. Who will take it? Manuel Lopez coming in. Malonsky is going to win it, but who will take it? They are coming like pearls on a string. They are coming in here. C. Paparo in 2nd. Manuel Lopez in 3rd. Uihula in 4th. Tanko Mango in 5th. Dejavu in 6th. Gin Tonic, the younger brother of the D'Amato brothers, in 7. Maybe he will get in 6. But let's see this here. C. Paparo 2nd. Manuel Lopez 3rd. Uhiro 4th. Tanko Mango takes 5th. Dejavu drops to 6th. So battling his way back to 6th after getting 12th. Gin Tonic 7. That means all the favorite players, they were caught in the middle. Massa coming in 14. Titatuto coming in last. So a victory in this group to Skaramalutski. C. Paparo in 2nd. So the civilian champion in 2nd. Manuel Lopez in 3rd. Uihula in 4th. Tanko Mango in 5th. Dejavu in 6th. Gin Tonic 7. JP Elixir in 8th. Paco in 9th. Nauset in 10th. Matuga in 11th. VTK 12th. Batata in 13, Massa 14, and Tito in 15. And then we have a disconnection from the race officer. C. Paparo with the best start, and then he drops down, getting a penalty. We can see the battle, but he's winning after mark rounding 4, so he's winning upwind, and that's one of the few times we're seeing a boat winning upwind 1 position, winning over Manuel Lopez. So they were very close to each other when they made that gate mark rounding. And that's very, very close races we have here today, and it's very interesting to see. And when we go into the overall score, it's everything changing again. And remember, today it's all about being in top 100 to qualify to the A final. Are you below top 100, you will still be in the tournament. You'll just go to a B final, fighting for a smaller prize. But let's go in and see the overall result at the moment. There we go. Maradoni, we just saw in the lead after race number 3. Crucialator, also one of the favorites in second. Di Lima in third. Espan 14-18 in fourth. Then Nuvo Neves in sixth. But see, it's a Spanish and Portuguese domination. And then we have 2 Scottish, Deja Vu and Maradoni in top 20. But where are the Italians? That's quite interesting what's happening here. Alexandro Melino, third place, World Championship 2018, SMP World Championship, SMPG Luca in third place, World Championship 2019, and Peditro 22, the Italian champion 2019. They are all the way there, and we just have a small update here. So there we get Rock on Fire, the disconnections coming in, and this is interesting now. Rock on Fire comes up, losing 14 points, and now he's actually having 8 points. So interesting what's going to happen there. Remember, Power Play, he's coming up also, losing 11 points. Is Span coming up, and we need some more upgrades from some of the other races when they're coming in. But don't worry, we will see the overall score in a few minutes.
CeX.
Where could they be? Bleep bleep bloop bloop.
We're gonna be a hell of a lot thinner.
3PO, shut down all the garbage meshes on detention level!
Shut them all down.
Don't mess about! Turn your games and consoles into cash at CeX!
And while we are speaking about good races, this time we will, in the next race, we're going to race number 4 in the Mexican group. They are a little bit delayed, so let's see how that goes. And to all of you out there, this is the last chance we are taking. We have an eSailing TV cap. We will send it direct home to you where you are in the world. An eSailing TV carrier bag. The only thing you need to do to win it is to write www.esailing.tv in the chat. Then you will win it. We will have a chance to win it. We will draw the winners after this show and give them direct notification. Right now I can say 10 persons has written that in the chat on the different programs. So if you want to win a cool prize, and I have to say it's very cool. Now I know I have a hole in my head. It's because we have a blue screen behind us, but it's very, very cool. Next race coming up. Let's go in and see race number 4 in the Mexican group. And there we go. Race number 4. It's a group where they have been losing some players in there. Maybe they dropped out. We have Luna from Portugal, Andy from Portugal. We have Vertutopia from Great Britain, Optimus Sailing from Spain, Francesco Papapico, he's from Italy, as I remember, from the region of Bari or Puglia. Then we have Enrique Nogura, registered sailor 2020-21. The Spanish Championship is in there. Prates is in there. Peditro 22 is in there. Then we have 2099 and 52 and CP Upbound. Let's see here. What are they choosing? 2 boats going to the pin end, and they are all by themselves. Rest of them placing themselves at the committee boat. The wind intelligent, the wind is coming from right hand side the next 12 seconds, and there's a dark area, there's a hard breeze in the left hand side. So clean start for everybody, only 1 penalty, that's for Luna, and that's for the battles against Enrique. But see here, 1 Rifty, let's just call him 1 Rifty. Then we have a set P, they're going from self to the left hand side. Opposite here we have Andy, he's coming in here. Let's see this chopper view, Luna. In the middle we have a battle against Optimus Sailing, not Optimus Prime. Then we have who he's battling against the Espan. Then we have Peditro 22, the Italian champion. And right now it's quite interesting to see the Spanish champion. he's under pressure. Antonio MDDR, he's also the youth national coach of Spain. He's sitting here in 9th position, and that's not a place where he's used to be, but remember, the server makes a little bit fun of us. He's in a very good position when he's crossing in from a starport. But right now, best position is Optimus Sailing. We're getting ready to tag up towards the top mark. It's the first leg. And remember, guys and girls and skippers around the world, if you want to win some eSailing TV merchandise, you just need to write what I'm writing in the chat right now, www.esailing.tv. Benito 22, the Italian champion, double wind shift came in, and suddenly a huge wind shift. The wind in the left-hand side is very hard coming from the left-hand side. And then in the middle, we see a lot of other cool stuff here. 2099, 52 is Span. He is getting a penalty there. Enrique Nogura, he's in the lead right now. Doing great stuff, great sailing. But he might be under pressure by Optimus Sailing when he crosses in from starport. But we have two rules that will come in the game when we're rounding the top mark. That's the rule of the inside turn. That's Enrique and Antonio MDDR. And right now, Antonio, he's placed very bad. He needs to bears away, go outside of the mark rounding zone, enter it from starport if he can, because 2099 and Optimus Sailing is coming from starport, and they will pressure him from that position. It's race number 4. We are in the Mexican group, and they're doing 5 races back to back. So interesting if we can manage to actually go into other groups. Also see that's race number 5. Enrique rounding first. Antonio, nice rounding. So the Spanish champion in 2nd. Optimus drops to 3rd. The Italian champion in 5th. 2099, 52 in 4th. Penalty there, and there we see Prates in 7. That's not where we normally see him in J-Boats Portugal, but I have to say the level in this group is very, very high, and you really need to be in here to do some very cool stuff. And let's see how they will perform with the coming downwind here. And right now, going downwind, small battle coming in. See, they're like following each other like pearls on the string. Some of them are in the middle. Let's see, 11.4, 12.3. So they are in lighter wind. So be in the middle as 2099 is slowing you down, but he's also in a position where he can throw dirty air to some of the other players. Prates coming in. Antonio MDDR under pressure by Optimus Sailing, but Optimus Sailing going away from the battle. He doesn't want to be caught in wind shadow. Benito 22 attacking, so the Italian champion attacking the Spanish champion, but while they're battling, 2099 sneaks in front of them. All this is good news for Enrique Nogura, because that means he can actually sneak away and take the lead. And that's a very good lead. He's almost untouchable there. And all of that because all the top players behind him are battling for position. Antonio MDDR following him, 2099 going opposite, Pedro 22, Italian champion, Spanish champion following each other, Optimus Sailing. And see here, this is interesting. Pedro 22 straight away crosses to the left-hand side, pressuring 2099, actually taking over 3rd. Great job by him. Sep P. Abura is coming up here. He's in 8 at the moment. And therefore, what we're seeing right now is we're getting ready for a huge battle between Antonio MDDR, Optimus Sailing, Pedro 22, and 2099. 4 boats are going to battle for that 2nd position. And remember, it's all about in the final score in being in top 100. And we just saw some of the boats way behind after the discard, losing 14 points and putting them up to the top position. So a lot of players will have the same point, and that can be very, very costly, because I think, let's do a fast calculation. If you're not below 45 points, then you might be out of this race and not going into the final aim. It's organized like this, that the top 100 goes into the A group, where they can win the top prizes, And the top prizes today is in this race is that the winner wins 220 euros in a voucher for webuy.com for CeX, and then second place 180. In the B final, there's still some cool prizes, so it's all about continuing to the B final. There's 110 euros to the winner, 17 euros to second, and they're doing as many races as in the A final, but they just lost the first phase. Penalty 2099 took a chance. Antonio penalizing him. That will drop him down to 4th. Peditro 22. But see here, Peditro 22, the Italian champion, Antonio MDDR, the Spanish champion, and 2099 will going to have a battle down win. Optimus Sailing coming in 5th. They're rounding this mark, and let's see what happens here. Coming to the second downwind mark, Optimu, he might be too far away, and he will be caught by the pirate ZP from behind. But there will be a battle for that 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. And let's hope for Antonio that they're not going after him. Oh, light wind coming up. This is interesting because if the wind is shifting, Peditro 22, 9.9. Oh, he's sailing into very low wind. He's taking a chance. The Italian champion taking a chance. Interesting to see. Right now he drops down to 5th. He might drop to 6th. Will there come win in his favor? He went away from the others to avoid a battle. So he's all by himself over there. It's almost like singing the song, all by myself. And he's losing everything. He's losing at 12.0. But now the battle starts over here. And maybe he will catch wind. Let's see. He's speeding up. 12.9. 13.2. Antonio 13.1. So he's coming with more speed. He's coming back into the race. Let's watch it from his side. Why the other skippers are battling it. It's a win for Enric. But Antonio, will he take second or will it be Peditro? Peditro 22 coming in with speed. And we just have Dol Bosma from the Netherlands, the young talent riding. It was not my night tonight. It looks like he's been done with his 5 races. Antonio MDR, the Spanish champion, taking second. Will the Italian champion take 3rd? No, he's losing 3rd. He's dropping to 4th. So 2099 won that battle. Optimu going 5th. And then we have the last battle for the last positions. All points count. Prates, he really wants that 7th position. Let's see, 3 boats coming in at the same time. Prates takes it. Twindy Union, Francesco Papapico, opposite 2020-21 coming in. Great stuff. Congratulations to Enric for winning this. Antonio 2nd, 2099, 3rd, Peditro 22, 4th, Optimu 5th, ZP 6, Prates 7, and so on. And we are in the final phase, so we'll just see if we can sneak in and see some of the other races, because it's now it's very interesting because it's the last points they're fighting for, and this was race 4 in that one. And let's this was the Australian group just finishing up. Let's see if we can get a result for that one. Yeah, we have a cool finish in the Australian group. Australian group, we have right now here, we have Alpha Paolo winning the last race. This is race number 5 in that group. Jarbas battling for 2nd, Martin Fernandez and Bill Rock. And it looks like Jarbas takes it. No, Martin Fernandez come in. We are just in the finish here of the group. Jarbas coming in. Loses it. Martin Fernandez takes 2nd. Jarbas 3rd. Bill Rock 4th. Angel takes 5th. And there we have Checo Santos, X382 and 7, Flautes 8. And it looks like only 8 sailors was from the start in this group. Maybe some of them actually got a little bit sad about it. So Jarbas taking 3rd, and Catalina, I managed to find Jarbas for you. And we'll still go in and see. Let's first of all go into sail ranks to see which group is not done. Right now it's quite interesting to see the scoreboard in there. And that means I can see some of the races are still on. We will just go in and ask the race officers, are there more races on? We just ask them who are missing a race. While we're doing that, remember, this is CeX. CeX are one of the biggest sites where you can sell your old equipment, your old electronics too, but you can also go in and do a very good trade and find some very cool gear for yourself.
CeX.
Trinity, help!
Don't mess about! Turn your phones into cash at CeX!
And then we are back in the thing. We're watching the CeX eSailing Challenger, and today it's phase 1, so 200 players was from the start. And remember, you can win this cool gear from eSailing TV, a carrier bag, and it's actually one of the good carrier bags where you can take it over your shoulder. And right now there's only 10 persons want to win it, and it's the long one. And then a very cool cap from eSailing TV here. And I know a lot of players out there really wants these cool gear. So that's the way you win it, is by writing our homepage address in the chat. And to help some of you, let me just write it for you, and we'll draw the winner after this show. Right now, in the lead, it's Maradoni, Samu in second, De Lima in third, Chico P. Mello, he's in there, he's in fourth, Nuvo Neves in fifth. But let's, what's interesting here is who are in top 100. Number 100, 32 points. As I said, if you have more than 40 points, then you might lose top 100. Let's see here. 51 points at the moment for top 100. So interesting what's going to be on. And I know a lot of races is coming up. Let's go in and find one of the races. It's CeX Poland. We haven't been in Poland. So let's just see CeX Poland, how it's going there. It is the finish of their race. It's going on to it, and this is one of the races we have seen. So let's go in and see them. And this group is quite interesting. It's race number 5. It's the last race in CeX Poland. They're rounding the top mark for the second time. It's Ludo in the lead, which let's go a little bit over here. Pietro Alexandro Melino, bronze medal winner, World Championship 2019. The Yoda of eSailing, actually. Yoda's coming in, Richie Hernandez. But right now it looks like Ludo is taking that victory. Chico P. Mello in third. And I know he has a lot of fans in Portugal. Then we have B. Brito in fourth. Daisador in fifth at the moment. Yusudin, then Ispan 14-18. Oh, Carlos, what are you doing all the way down there? But it's all about being top 100, and we don't know how to perform the rest of the day, because you will get one discard in total, and a discard is the race you're doing the worst. We're getting ready for the downwind action. Right now we can see Chico P. Mello is under pressure by Richie Hernandez. So Spain versus Portugal, one of those battles we've seen all day, but it's an Italian winner. Daisador in fifth, P. Brito. But where's Alexandro Melino? He's here. The Grandmaster, Yoda of eSailing in 7 at the moment. So it looks like the top sailors has been under pressure in this first phase, but I'm sure they will be in top 100 and come through. Remember, it's all about being top 100. But we have one small battle. Let's see this one. Mano-mano battle. Chico P. Mello versus Richie Hernandez. It's a victory for Ludo. And then we have Brito coming in from Portugal, helping out Chico P. Mello, taking over the battle against Hernandez. But let's see. Chico sneaks away. He's currently in second. Will it be first over the finish line? It looks like that trick from P. Brito, helped by his Portuguese friend, is giving Chico that second place, which he might lose it. No, he takes third. P. Britain takes fourth. Daisador takes fifth. Then we have some battles for the secondary position. Vasco Veras in behind. Oosh, that's hard one. other penalty, and now Anado coming here is span 14-18 with a penalty. Oosh. No, we don't see him there. Petro coming in also here from Portugal. Vasco Veas 11 is span 14, and Calandraca coming in last. So a victory for Ludo in this race. Chico P. Melo in 5th, Vichy Hernandez, Petro, Dreisador, Yosodo, Alfonso, LPG, and Alexandro Malino. And we will just fast go in, because I know one of the races and one of the groups is not done yet. So let's see if we can find that and see a full race. And that is actually the Mexican group. So let's see where it is and how long it is. It's going to start, so let's go in to race number 5 in the Mexican group. There's more than 1 minute to the start. It is with the Italian champion and with the Spanish champion. Let's get ready for it. Let's see who will be in there. And that was also the group where we saw a huge battle earlier today.
CeX.
Where could they be? Bleep bleep bloop bloop.
We're gonna be a hell of a lot thinner.
3PO, shut down all the garbage meshes on detention level.
Shut them all down.
Don't mess about! Turn your games and consoles into cash at CeX!
And there we go. The Mexican group coming up. We are getting ready for it here. It is an interesting group with Luna, Antonio MDR, Francesco Papapico, 2099. We've seen them before. Last time we saw is in Rick winning it, and declared ZP, Pratis Optimu, and Peditro 22. This is the last race in this group, and it looks like when I'm going into the overall score, it looks like rest of the groups are done. And I can say in the group we didn't call up today, Indian group, the winner in there with 11 points was the world champ, Willis the 7-1. Second place was also an Italian. And when we're going watching down, then I can say 10th place have 88 points, 38 points. So that was a hardcore group. And remember what we saw, top 100 is where the points are going on. 50 seconds to the start. Let's see here. Luna is here. Antonio MDR, that's the Spanish champion 2020. Then we have this 20. We have Francesco Papapico 2099, Enrique Ngua, Andy Clarence, Set P, Pratis, Optimus Sailing, and Peditro 22. This is the last race of today, as I can see and also calculate. So let's see after this race who will end up in top 100. And maybe we can also make a drawing of who's winning the cool eSailing gear. If you're not riding www.esailing.tv in the chat, then you're not part of the competition afterwards. So if you have one chance left to write our homepage address to win some cool gear. There we are. False start to one player. That's Luna. Luna with a false start. Oh, the Italian champion with a false start also. Very, very bad mistake by Peditro 22. He's quite a nice guy. I met him in Bacolana 51 last year, where he helped out with the eSailing experience that the eSailing TV developed and also delivered for that event. Let's see here. Antonio MDDR, that's the Italian champion, youth nationals coach here in the lead. Then we have 2099 in second, Set P in fourth at the moment, Optimus Sailing in third, Andy there, opposite side, Luna in 10th. The last winner of race number 3 we saw in Rick, he's in 8 at the moment. But when we're taking this picture, let's go it up to 0, then we can see the top mark up there. Right now it looks very good to the Spanish champion. He's currently in the lead according to my eyes. But let's see who's winning this race. This is the last race of today, And remember, you can win eSailing TV gear by writing eSailing.tv in the chat. Right now, 10 persons are battling for that one, and we will draw one of them as a winner just after the show, write straight to them and send the prize straight away with the post tomorrow early. 2099 in the lead right now, first place. Then we have Pratis in fourth, Antonio MDR in third. Over here we have Luna in 10th, Peditro 22 in 8th, Optimus Sailing in 6th, Andy Clearance in 5th, and this Andy is the first time I see him also in the Portuguese. I've been following the Portuguese J-boats 9 editions in a row, and I haven't seen him in any of the finals. Getting a penalty by Optimus Sailing, and it looks like he sailed into Optimus himself, so that is a stupid penalty to get. Set Pierre Abar, he's coming up there. 2099.52, still in the lead. Pratis, but see who... Oh, it's going to be very close. Let's see this one. Antonio, he tacks away. Doesn't want to battle Optimus Sailing there. So Optimus Sailing might take the lead. Peditro 22, the Italian champion, coming back after a false start. He's currently in fourth, but he's also a very, very good e-sailer. Let's see. Coming up to the mark, Antonio, the Spanish champion, losing momentum. He's currently in second, going to the inside mark. Optimu also see Peditro 22 pressuring him. Oh, he needs to go up there. Now the Italian and the Spanish champion are battling each other. The Spanish champion on the inside has the priority. Peditro coming in 2099, Starport. Andy Clarence 5th, and Rick, he's dropped to 6th. He won race number 3 we saw in this group. Pratis in 7. Getting ready to downwind action. They're coming in here. And it looks great. It looks like 3 boats are going to battling. And they're splitting up. Let's see, middle 11.2. Antonio 11.4, 11.5. Antonio in a good position. Getting speed. Keeping himself outside of the wind shadow of 2099. But when he jibes in towards that mark, there is an orca or a shark ready here. No, the shark goes away. So Antonio just needs to keep his position and focus on Optimus Sailing. Optimus going in front of him to prevent getting caught in wind shadow. Opposite here, 3 boats battling here. A penalty to Andy for sailing into Pratis. Pratis is not having a good night today in 7th. Peditro 22 in 2nd. Optimu in 1st. Antonio MDDR coming in here, rounding the mark. Right now, it's Optimu 1st. Peditro 22 takes over 2nd. Antonio, why did he get a penalty there? That was interesting. Did he change the course of the boat? Because he came from the priority there. Oh, interesting. But 2099 also got a penalty. So 2 of the leading boats getting a penalty, giving 3rd place to Set P. But Peditro 22 joins in the battle for the victory. He's up here, placing himself, crossing in from starport with the yellow sails. Optimus Sailing, he's in the lead. But he might lose momentum to Peditro 22 up there. Interesting, because he will come from port side. So will it be Peditro or will it be Optimu coming in? And let's see how this goes. This is Optimus Sailing in the lead. This is Peditro 22 coming in, and Pratis in 8. And boys and girls and skippers around the world, to all of you viewers, if you want to win an eSailing cap and an eSailing carrier bag, then you need to write our web address in the chat. And the web address is www.esailing.tv. So there we go. Optimus Sailing coming in. Then we have Peditro 22. We have Set P in 3rd. Antonio MDR in 4th. And Rick in 5th. Coming up in 5th. Pratis in 8th. Right now, the big loser because of that penalty at the gate mark is 2099. Drops to 9th. He was battling for 2nd, but coming down. Peditro 22. Is he getting close enough to go into a battle against eSailing for the victory, or will he just need to defend his second place? See, they bears away, then they come in an angle here. Peditro 22, interesting angle he's choosing to do, but the wind is in to do it. Great job by him, coming in with speed, spinning her up, or maybe Optimu is too fast to him. Set P coming in. Set P is going to battle Antonio MDDR when they're going downwind. They need to take care of Andy is coming in. And Rick losing it, sailing into the mark. Didn't cross the mark. Do we need to do a 360? Let's see right now. No, he just managed to go around the mark. Same thing happens to Francesco. But let's see the battle up here. Let's see. This is interesting. Peditro, oh, he just capturing. Let's see. Can Peditro potentially to take over the win, the lead, the victory of the last race of today against Optimu Sailing? They're coming in here. Optimu in the lead. Peditro 22 in second. Optimu, he tries to attack, but he's against a very routine player, the Italian champion. It looks like he's just doing a textbook attack using that wind shadow. We also have a battle behind. That's Antonio MDDR, the Spanish champion against Set P. Set P goes behind. Try to go on the inside of Antonio because that's where you want to be in this battle, because then you can penalize the other boat. It looks like Peditro 22 takes the victory up there. No, side by side. Yeah, Peditro 22 takes it. Optimu loses it. Will Antonio take third? Oh, come on, view here. There we have Antonio takes third. Set P drops to fourth. Great, great battles. And while we're seeing here, we see another battle. That's for fifth. Prates takes fifth. And Rick takes sixth. Andy takes seven. Francesco Papapico coming in 8. 2099, the big loser of this race. Penalty at the gate mark, losing everything. Congratulations to Peditro, and let's then go in. I have the drum roll and see who will be in top 100 and who will just be outside of it after this small break. Good morning, good afternoon to all of you eSailing fans around the world. Welcome to eSailing TV.
We are in Marseille. We are at the SailGP Grand Finals. Behind me is the stage where the winner of SailGP will receive their trophy. So that's a hot one. Penalty to Lilo 14. Most of the boats are in the committee boat, sailing into each other. Massive penalties in this start.
Good start. This is superb. And look at the speed of the Spanish line. From the start, and remember they're trying to hit that zero.
And with that said, we love to support you. We love to support the community. Please support us on eSailing TV. The way you do it is subscribe our channels. Then you will get direct notification when we are live. And also you will get some pop-ups when we're doing cool things. But now we are just waiting for the last result to be upgraded. That's the result of the Mexican group. And when that's in there, then we will go in and see the overall scoreboard. But let's go into some of the groups and watch how the result was there. Going into the British group, Group UK, D Lima winning it, Rock on Fire getting in second, Luis Espan third, Francisco Gonzalez in fourth, Kappas in fifth. Interesting to see Dol Bosma in 8, but he wrote in the chat, it was not my night tonight. Power play from Australia, one of the few Australians in 10th, 31 points. Is that good enough to get into the final or get into Group A, or will he get to Group B? Remember, if you're getting into Group A, you will get the chance to play for the big prizes. And if you get into Group B, you will still have a chance to play for some good prizes. I'm thinking, didn't come from the start. We have some players didn't come from the start in this group. And that's, that is one of the young Australians didn't come to the start. That was the UK group. Let's go into the Spanish group. We have, in the Spanish group, we have, we can see some of the players. Jay Paparo have some internet connections, so not coming in. Sumanito with 12, but it's a win for my team Portugal. Mateo Ferrara in second. SNP Luca in third. Sid in fourth. Then we have the Javelino in 8. Interesting, 10th position is 31 points. So it looks like 32 points, 31 points to be in top 100. Interesting what's coming in there. The Irish group, and that's and remember all the groups are named where in those countries where CeX are placed with their shops. We have C Montalbora in the lead, Nuva Neves second, Mario Predico fourth, Eduardo Marquez fifth, Alberto Carrero in sixth, Gamiro Bettertech 7, Pi. My favorite Pi getting 8, 29 points, and 10 is 30 points, 11, 35 points. So it looks like 30, 31 points to get into that top 100. Let's try to join the Mexican group. They haven't been upgraded yet. That's the last group we are going to upgrade. Then we have, this is the Australian group, Alpha Paulo, Martin Fernandez Jarbas getting third, Jon Cardona getting fifth, X382 getting 6, Flautes, let's see, number 10, 34 points. That could be costly for Angel, because all the other groups, they had 30 points on 10th. Hit Grisma from the Netherlands might not be in top 100 with 40 points on an 11. And this is the way the scoreboard works. Let's go to the Portuguese group. There we have Samu winning it, just same points as Maradoni. Rouse and Lark in third, Banana Nico fourth, White Shark fifth, Super Nitro getting 6, Snipe 7. Then we have Mateus 10, 37 points. So 9th position is having the average score of 33 points. So Mateus might not join in top 100. Interesting. Let's go to India. World champion winning with 11 points. Very close battles there's been here when he's getting 11 points. Ido, Tunit second place. Pasto, Pedro Marcos, 10th position, 38 points. And that might also be costly because I have seen 11 and 12th position in other groups have lower points than that. The Dutch League, Crucilator winning 10 points, Avari top. See the Spanish dominating this one. Douglas 29 points and see 10th position, 37. Sakras in 11 with 38 points. Those two are in trouble. Let's the Polish Chico P. Mello winning it. Vichy Hernandez in second, Augustine third, Alexander Menino fourth. But 10th position, 32 points, that's good. See, Pedro, A. Pedro, 33 points. LPG Portugal, 35 points. So, top 12 here actually have a chance to be in top 100, taking and pushing some of the top 10s out. And then let's go into the Italian group, the last one. Saka Melotski winning that one. Tishavu second. Paco third. Manuel Lopez fourth. But 10th. 33 points, 11th, 34 points, best team, 34 points, had 2 disconnections. So that's, we're having some players with internet issues today, and that can be costly. Let's go in and see the overall score. It's refresh. Who is winning phase 1? Phase 1 is won by Samu with 6 points. Amazing score out of 5 races. Maradoni 6 points. See Montalbora 7 points. Chico Pimelo 8. Nuva Neves 8. But see here, very big Spanish and Portuguese domination in the top. It's only Rock on Fire and Villas the 7-1. We also have some Italians here. But if we go into top 10, it's only Rock on Fire and Maradoni joining in top 10. But that's not where the battle is won and lost. See here. Angel is the last one coming in top 100 with 34 points. Best esport team with 2 disconnection, 34 points. JP, 34 points. So let's see who the losers was. Achim Portugal, 35 points. Totti, 35 points. LPG Portugal, 35 points. They are going into the B final, the B group. Alinero, 2020, 31. So if we go in and see, we saw Larocco Mateos, he got 10th in his group, but overall 109. Sakras also got 10 in his group, and he got 11. Overall 110. All of those are going into the B final. C. Hidek Rismar, as I said, in 11th, is getting 117. Massa 180. So these boats are going into the B final instead of. But let's cheer on the leaders. This is the winner of the first group. So that's it. Dol Bosma, he's happy of being in top 100 after a bad day. And let's see, Dol Bosma, where are you placed? Let's see. Oh, we haven't found you yet. The Dutch flag. You just survived on 86. That's the talent of the Netherlands with 29 points. And yes, he didn't have a podium position all day. And that's normally not where we are seeing him. And Pi, my favorite Pi, is on 83 positions. So great. Congratulations to all the skippers qualifying. Congratulations to being ready for phase 2 in the CeX eSailing Challenger. And now we say it for the last time for those viewers that is back online. If you want to win the cool prizes, then you need to write our web address in the chat, www.esailing.tv. Then you can win a cap and a carrier bag. After this stream, this broadcast, we will close the stream and pick the winner. So you still have the chance. You just need to write this one in the chat, and then we will contact the winner afterwards. So that's how it is. That's how the cookie crumbles. Thank you for watching the first phase of CeX eSailing TV. And remember one thing. Sunday, 2 finals, a B final and an A final. And in the A final, CeX has put up a cool prize, not just for the winners, but also for the spectators. €500 for one lucky spectator on Sunday. Spread the word, and you need to find the clues we are putting in the stream, or else you will not win it. This is Thomas Bjørn Luthi saying good night, and thank you for joining in. Hope you enjoyed, and let's spread the word about this fantastic tournament. Great job by all of you. See you again Sunday.
CeX.
Where could they be? Bleep bleep bloop bloop.
We're gonna be a hell of a lot thinner. 3PO, shut down all the garbage meshes on detention level.
Shut them all down!
Don't mess about! Turn your games and consoles into cash at CeX!